So later on in the week, we find out that Google had been colluding with the Biden administration on YouTube to censor conservative and anti-COVID lockdown voices. And Google came out this week and they said, hey, we're going to stop doing that. Even Alex Jones is back on YouTube. I got a text right before we went on. Even Alex Jones is back to say, hey, we're going to stop censoring people. You know, we colluded, which by the way, the merging of the government and private sector, the collusion of the government and private sector together to stifle political opponents, which is exactly what happened with the Biden administration, with Google and Facebook and Twitter. That's actual fascism. That is, by definition, fascism. When the government and the private industry collude to censor political opponents. That is what fascism is. That is what the Biden administration did for 4 years, for the record. There's fascism. Well, Google came out and said, hey, we're not going to do that anymore. We're sorry. We're going to let everyone, we're going to become, YouTube will once again become an arena for free speech, or so they say. We'll see how long that lasts. But they're not going to collude with the federal government anymore. They know that much. Ironic how once the parties change, they don't want to do that anymore. But so fascism. The Trump administration is the ones that spearheaded this. The Republicans were saying, hey, we don't want you to censor the left on YouTube, but you need to let conservatives back on there. You need to let the arena of free expression be what it truly is and allow both sides to have their say. You need to stop shadow banning and censoring channels that don't push information you want out there, and you need to let people have their say in this. And Google was like, you know what? You're right. We'll stop. Now, could very well change in a couple of years. Who knows? But all we've heard all week is about how fascist this administration is. It doesn't sound fascist to me for them to ask a company to let more people speak. For them to say, hey, the days of us colluding with you to censor folks are over. That's, in fact, the opposite of fascism. Hey, we're going to let more people talk. All the people that were banned from speaking, you're allowed back. Fascist! Fascist! But here's what you don't get about the modern left.